So, one of the fastest and most important things to learn about failure is to be grateful for them. Now, that's counterintuitive. Why should we be grateful for a failure? And oftentimes people use this as a technique, but actually, if we understand the nature of failure itself, then we realize that we are grateful for it. We really are. And so, as we've been talking about, failure is inevitable if you want to achieve mastery, because you need to actually understand both the unintended consequences, which we've been defining as failure, and the intended consequences that we want which we have been defining as success. You need both. You need both of them in order to become an expert in any field or have mastery over any field. Now, the interesting thing is that wisdom is actually, I would say that the wisdom is defined by the things, the amount of failures that you've had. Because people come to you for guidance because of getting stuck, which is basically failure. So people don't come to you when they succeed. People come to you when they fail. And so how well you can navigate through those failures is actually what gives you wisdom. And that's what really makes you an expert in any field. If you look at the masters of any field or the experts of any field, you'll notice that if you go to them with a failure point, they'll be like, oh yeah, you can just do this. And they'll know about this. And how well they know that and how well they can guide you through it actually defines how good of a master they are. And so from a macro perspective, from like a big picture perspective, it's literally the failure that makes you who you want to be, right? Now, that's one thing. But from in the moment, oftentimes, even if we know that, it's still difficult to appreciate failure because our focus is on the pain. And so, it's very difficult to be grateful for the pain itself. Some people are. They have learned how to have a taste for pain. But on the whole, being grateful for pain is difficult, especially undesired pain. But I'd like to say, what if actually your focus was on the thing that you learned, the lessons learned, that you so desperately need? Isn't that what you want? The learning, the wisdom that comes from it. Oh, okay, I see. Like when I do this is actually what happens. You know what? This will actually help me stabilize to how to make it better. And so that isn't, and when you have that realization, all of a sudden the failure has meaning. And this is the important thing. We're not actually we're not actually being asked to be grateful for the pain. We're actually being asked to be grateful for the lesson. And if we capture the lesson, then all of a sudden the pain, the combination between the pain and the lesson makes it meaningful, because pain shows effort. It shows the things that we overcame. And the greater the challenge, typically the more meaningful something is, and the greater the lesson, right? And so in the moment, in what I would call the micro, focus on the learning and what you're learning and how that's actually helping you become the person you want to be. And in the macro, remember that these things all come together is what gives you the wisdom and gives you the mastery that you're looking for, again, to become the person who you want to be. And so in both the moment to moment and in both the big picture, you can actually focus on who you want to be. And when that happens, you'll find that you're just naturally grateful. And when you're grateful, you no longer fear pain of failure. And when you no longer fear pain of failure, all of a sudden, you're in the fast lane. Now, with this wisdom, enjoy your journey, and Godspeed to you. Thank you.